Yeah, so we'll be starting with semi-micro inorganic qualitative analysis. So there are totally 12 to 14 salts in your syllabus in which you will be knowing, in which you will be getting only one salt in your exam, that is in the practical exam. So now what is semi-micro inorganic qualitative analysis? We have to check the salt. For example, 12 salts will be kept in front of you. That might be amorphous and also crystalline. So, if you get amorphous, then which salt you are going to get? If you get crystalline, then which salt you are going to get? So, it will be cleared in this video. Let's start. First of all, before this I wanted to inform you that if you have any doubts or enquiries, or if you need any of the question papers regarding or related PUC second year, like let it be model question paper. So for practicing question papers, I'll be sending the link in the bio. You can check it and add in that WhatsApp group. So I'll be sharing each and every question papers of PUC second year. Also about the practicals, in which these are my handwritten notes. So you will be very easily getting or knowing, like you will be getting the ideas how to do it in the practical exams. You might also be practicing nowadays in your colleges. So let me start. The semi-micro qualitative analysis of a simple inorganic salt is conducted in the following steps. So if you start solving the salt analysis calculations in the form of writing part, there are only 3 parts. So those parts are, only 3 parts will be there in which you will be getting in your exam. Okay. So it will be preliminary test. This test which is there, it is really very basic test in which you have to test it. If you skip this step and go to other step, you will really miss out all the points and you will definitely not understand anything and you will not get the marks. So preliminary test which is there, it is really very important. Then next you will get detection of acid radical. So in detection of acid radical which is there, this is also very important. After that, detection of basic radical. So first you will do preliminary test, then detection of acid radical, then detection of basic radical. So let us go in detail like how to do it in the manner wise. First, what will you do? In preliminary test, again you have to make 3 rows. So in that you will be getting, first you have to make the 3 rows and 3 columns. In that, first you are going to get about test, observation, and at last inference. So these 3 you should remember very well: test, observation and inference. After this, you will be knowing about the state. For example, state in the form of salt, in which the salt is amorphous or crystalline. You will find it very easily by touching the salt. If it is hard, then it is crystalline. If it is soft like a powder, then it is amorphous salt. So you have to mention there which salt is present. So we are going to find it in a way in which now at present I am giving the exam, or you all are giving the exams. So first I'll check whether the salt is amorphous or crystalline. If the salt is crystalline, then in the answer paper of the exam, I'll write crystalline salt is present. So in inference, you will be writing different types of salts like NH⁴+, Zn2+, Mn+2, Mg+2, calcium, etc. Magnesium, calcium, sodium, zinc, like this many types of salts are present. So you write etc. You are not going to write whole salt types, the types of the salts. because you will be having very little time in the examination, so you need to be very fast. So next will come color of the salt. Usually you will be seeing in the house only NaCl, the color of the NaCl which is there. It will be white or colorless if you dissolve in the water. So my salt is crystalline. The salt which I got is crystalline. So the color of the salt will be colorless or white. You have to put here slash and write colorless or white. In inference, what you are going to write, whatever you will be written in the up, that is in the state, same you have to copy paste in the color also. So next, what is that? Next is solubility test. How will you do this solubility test? Some examiner will be watching you, so you need to perform it very carefully, right? If you miss any of the point, then definitely you are going to lose the marks. In the solubility test, observation is there. In observation, whenever you take the water and put 1 spoon of salt, it will dissolve. So it is soluble. The salt is soluble in the water. Then what you are going to write in the inference? Not the same thing, right? So you are going to write water soluble salt is present. Because it is crystalline, that's why water soluble salt is present. If it was amorphous, then definitely it is going to take more time to dissolve in the water. The color of the water will become whitish color like the milk. So amorphous salt which is there, it will take more time to dissolve in the water, and the crystalline salt which is there, it will take very less time to dissolve in the water, but it will be little white color, not total like amorphous. So then next we are going, before going to detection of the acid radical, there is a very important point in which you have to write, absolutely write in your exam. If you don't write or miss this point, then you will lose 2 marks in your exam. You have to write this point, and that point is preparation of OS. Preparation of OS. So how will you do or perform this preparation of OS test? What will you do? You will take the water and you will mix the salt, a spoon of salt in that. Then what will you write in that? OS is prepared in dissolving salt in water. First I'll tell you what is OS. OS is original solution, in which you will be using it for detection of acid radical as well as basic radical. So you have to write OS is prepared by dissolving salt in water. Means original solution is prepared by dissolving salt in water. Then will come detection of acid radical. In detection of acid radical, same column and rows will be there. The test, observation and inference, and same in the basic radical also. So these 3 points are really very important. Test, observation, inference. You should just have to by heart, or you have to what? Study properly to remember these points in the exam. So next will be detection of acid radical. The same thing is there as I told in the preliminary test. Those are test, observation and inference. Now next, what will you do after doing preliminary test? You will be checking the color, which salt is there, if it is crystalline or amorphous, and the state, color and solubility test you will be doing in the preliminary test. So next comes detection of acid radical, in which same points are there: test, observation and inference. So next, what will you do? If you have the notes for this practical exam, then it is okay. If you don't have, then don't hesitate to join the group. Okay? In that group, you will be watching all my handwritten notes. So let us start. I'll be sending the same copy paste. Okay? Don't worry. In test, we'll write action of dilute HCl, salt plus few drops of water. Action of dilute HCl. Action of dilute HCl, salt plus few drops of water. Now, what will you do after writing this point? Action of dilute HCl, salt. You'll be thinking, what is this ma'am is writing on the board, right? So you'll take a test tube, then you will take some amount of salt in that dry test tube. Then you should put some amount of dilute HCl in that salt. That test tube which will be taken, you will be putting one spoon of salt, the same salt which will be given to you in the exam. In that you will put some amount of diluted HCl plus few drops of water. In that test tube you will take 1 spoon of salt and few drops of dilute HCl and you will put some drops of water. Now you will wait, you will watch what will happen next. Then in observation, there is no efference of CO2 gas. Be careful. जो तुम बाय हार्ट करके रखते हो, लाइक जो रट्टा मारते हो ना तुम लोग, तो उसमें क्या करो थोड़ा ध्यान से, उसमें सिर्फ ये लिखा हुआ रहता है एफरेंस ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस. सो इधर नो लिखना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर नहीं हुआ एक्शन इन द ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्शन नहीं हुआ तो नो लिखना ही है आपको. ऐसे मत समझो कि अगर हम ये पूरा नहीं लिखे तो यू विल डेफिनेटली लूज अ मार्क्स. सो यू हैव टू मेंशन नो efference of CO2 gas. Now what I said, you will take all the test tube salt and put some amount of water with dilute HCl. Then you will mention no efference of CO2 gas. Then you might be thinking, अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो efference क्या होगा बोल के. It's not like that. In efference you have to write CO3 minus 2 is absent. अभी जो मैं भेजूंगी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में, PUC सेकेंड ईयर का एक सेपरेट व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है, उसमें मैं पूरा भेज रही हूँ जो भी सॉल्ट प्रेजेंट है. तो उसमें ये पॉइंट आपको लिखना ही चाहिए, CO3 minus 2 is absent. नेक्स्ट आप क्या लिखोगे? Action of concentrated H2SO4. Now what will you do? You will wash that test tube. Whatever it was there, you will just clean it, wash it, and then you will take another dry test tube. In that you should watch whether action of concentrated action is happening or not in that. It means if you throw the जो भी आपका क्या बोलते हैं टेस्ट ट्यूब में था आप फेंकिए अभी, then it will definitely waste your time. अगर आप स्पीड हो एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए तो आपको अभी और एक बार क्या करना है, टेस्ट ट्यूब लेना है, उसमें एक स्पून डालना है सॉल्ट का, एंड देन यू विल पुट सम ड्रॉप्स ऑफ, बिफोर adding some drops of water, first you will add diluted HCl, then you will add water. So it was no efference of CO2 gas and CO3 minus 2 was absent. So in that test tube only what will you do? Action of concentrated action. What? Action of concentrated acid. Now what will you do? Take that same test tube, put concentrated H2SO4 very carefully with the handling it very carefully. Okay, you will put only 2 to 3 drops of concentrated H2SO4. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट हैपेंस, ये जो कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड के केमिकल्स रहते हैं वो दूर रखते हैं आपसे थोड़ा डाइल्यूटेड से, क्योंकि आपको हार्म ना हो. उसके लिए व्हाट यू डू, टेक some amount of 2 to 3 drops of concentrated H2SO4 and add it with a dropper. You should not add it directly. If you add it directly then the skin might burn. If you are wearing gloves also it will definitely burn. So take precautions very carefully. Add only 2 to 3 drops of concentrated H2SO4. Then in observation, what will happen? Colorless gas involved forms dense white fumes with a glass rod dipped in NH⁴OH. So group 2 is present in Cl minus. In group 2, Cl minus is present. So now what happens? I have written here in the form of writing. In second step, what will you do? Action of concentrated H2SO4. In observation, what will you get? Colorless gas is involved which forms white fumes with glass rod dipped in NH⁴OH. And in inference, will you get group 2 is present and Cl minus is present. So now at present, what all is present in your test tube? What will you do now? You will not throw it, okay? You will take the another test tube and put some amount of salt and put water of concentrated H2SO4. Again the same same thing comes, right? That's why what will you do? Salt plus H2O plus concentrated H2SO4 in another test tube only you take, and you will see whenever you dip the rod of glass rod in NH⁴OH, you just dip it and see. When you see that, you will be the colorless gas involved forms white forms with the glass rod dipped in NH⁴OH. Colorless gas involved forms white fumes. The colorless white fumes you will form in that test tube with glass rod dipped in NH⁴OH. So as I said, first of all you will dip the glass rod in the NH⁴OH and you will just put above the like this. If this is the test tube, then you will just do it like this. Then you will get white fumes coming out from the test tube. So in inference, what you are going to get? Cl minus is present. So group 2 will be present in this detection of acid radical. So this was the detection of acid radical. When you see the result, the inference, group 2 is present in which Cl minus is present. If group 2 is present in the whole chart, you will go to group 2. What? Analysis of group 2 you will do. So whenever you will be doing analysis of group 2, be very careful while doing the experiment of detection of acid radical especially, because you should know in which group what element is present, in which group what chemical is present, or the element you can say, what salt is present, because if this is wrong, whole practical will be wrong. You will definitely lose the marks. So see first which group is there. Then if here group 1 was present, then you should be doing analysis of group 1. Now group 2 is present, so you will be doing analysis of group 2. So let me show you what all is present in analysis of group 2. So now in analysis of group 2, here actually space was not there, so I have written here conformative test for Cl minus. Now you have taken analysis of group 2 and there it was present, Cl minus is present. So after writing the analysis of group 2, below that you are going to write conformative test for Cl minus. So for everything, test, observation and inference is common. In that you are going to write silver nitrate test. So for Cl minus, because of the presence of Cl minus, you are going to conduct the test which is known as silver nitrate test. You have to write it in the form of heading or draw a line after writing below the test. Then what will you do? You will take the test tube, then you will make OS. How to make OS? Original solution. Mixing the salt and water. Then what you will do? You will put 5 drops of diluted HNO3. With the dropper, slowly you will put diluted HNO3 in the same test tube in which the OS is present. Then what you will add? You will add 5 drops of AgNO3 solution. 5 drops of AgNO3 solution you should add in the same test tube. Then what you are going to get, or you are going to see in the observation, that is curdy white PPT which is soluble in NH4OH. You are going to get curdy white PPT. The solution in the test tube which is there, it will convert into curd which you will be seeing in the house. Like that type of PPT will occur in the test tube. So what will you write in the inference? In inference you are going to write Cl minus is confirmed. Until and unless if any of the element or the salt radical, this thing, determination of acid radical, until and unless any of the acid radical determination is present, you should not go further steps. Like after doing detection of acid radical, you should not jump in detection of basic radical. Before that you have to confirm which is present. Then coming to detection of basic radical, so the same, you will just rub this thing. You have to write in the bold handwriting that detection of basic radical. Then this will be same, you just rub this. Now what you are going to do it, you have to know which base is present, which basic radical is present in this. So now what you are going to do, the test for, I just write it. Now what you are going to do is, you will take a test tube in which you will add NH4 plus and salt. Test for NH4 plus, in which you will take salt plus NaOH minus. You will take a test tube, you will add 1 spoon of salt and you will add NaOH minus and shake well. Test for NH4, this is the heading, the bold, in the form of bold handwriting you should write. Then in observation what will you see? Smell of ammonia. This step is really very dangerous. In smell of ammonia, the gas which gives a dense white fumes with a glass rod dipped in concentrated HCl. The same step is there. You will get the dense fumes, dense white fumes which is dipped in concentrated HCl. Now in inference, what is there? Group 0 is present, in which NH4 plus is present. Now in inference you will get group 0 is present. So now if group 0 is present, you will go to analysis of group 0. NH4 plus present. See, there are two main steps after this. If group 0 is present, you will go to analysis of group 0. If NH4 plus is present, for confirming if this salt is only present or not, you will do it confirmative test of NH4 plus. Okay. Then after that, now the group 0 is present. You will write the heading also as a group 0. You will write the what? Group 0 is present. Before that, CT. CT means confirmative test. In CT what you will do? For confirmation of NH4 plus, salt plus Nessler's reagent. So what will you do now? For confirmative test, you will take salt, NH4 plus. For confirmative test of NH4 plus, you will take salt in a test tube. You will take salt in a test tube plus Nessler's reagent will be present in the bottle. Nessler's reagent will be present in the form of bottle, which will be kept in your library. So this you should add in the test tube. What all? Salt plus Nessler's reagent. Then what will you get? Keep only one thing in the mind, that Nessler's reagent which is there, it is brown color, biscuit color. So you will get brown PPT. If you add salt plus Nessler's reagent, definitely you are going to get brown PPT, 100%. See how to remember which color, which reagent will be. So this was Nessler's biscuit color, biscuit, Parle-G, 2020. Anything you can just, you have to just remember in the exam very speedily. So you need to make somehow the tricks you have to make to understand. Then now NH4 plus is confirmed. Analysis of group 0. I'll tell you if it is there or no in the WhatsApp group. So now there is conformation of NH4. This step is very important. After this, after doing detection of basic radical, next step, the result which is there, you have to be really very careful while writing that, because chemistry you are learning from class 7th itself, right? So in result what will you do? You have to mention that, you have to write it in the answer paper, the result. The given salt contains. You have to write this result below that given salt contains, then you will write A and B. That is acid radical. Then basic radical. The experiment which we have done in the detection of acid radical and the basic radical, we have to write here. What all we got here? After doing confirmatory test, in acid radical, we had got Cl minus. In basic radical, we got NH4 plus. Is it? Yeah. So now what will you do? You should mention here, okay, which group is present, in which group this element is present. In group 2, Cl minus was present. In group 0, NH4 plus. In group 2, Cl minus was present. In group 0, NH4 plus is present. So now what will you do? The simple, you can also say the calculation type thing, in which Cl minus is there and NH4 plus is there. Now what will it do? It will exchange. Now here will come NH⁴CL. This both signs will get cancelled because those are plus and minus, in which you can compare with the mathematics. Both are cancelled, and here the 4 is coming as it is. This method you should know. And the final result, hence the given salt is, hence the given salt is, first you write basic radical NH4, then acid radical Cl minus. Now in the comments you have to write what is the name of NH⁴CL. Thank you.